Hello, thank you for joining us for another complex convo with your girl Sonia B. I wanted to come on here today and continue on with our topic of our divorce chronicles. Today's subject is letting go of the emotional connection. So, just want to talk about that a little bit today. As I mentioned before, going through divorce number 3, and I'm finding it at first I found it difficult to not respond to text messages or phone calls, because I would hope, as with many others who are in a relationship or married, that there was initially a friendship. So basically, to divorce, you're letting go of a friendship. And silly me, I thought, you can hold on to that friendship. But that's not necessarily possible in all cases. So myself, as an example, it would be different if holding on to the friendship, both parties understood that meant that no matter how well you're getting along, that nothing has changed. The relationship is still over. But and this is my personal opinion, I don't believe that the other party understands that no matter how good of a conversation we may have, we may, laugh at something in common. That doesn't mean that the old thing is back and we are getting ready to reconcile. So I feel like, all ties need to be severed, or at least some boundaries need to be set. So have you been in a relationship that you've ended and you found that the boundaries, not being set, that there were certain expectations if, in fact, you two continued on with your friendship? Because I find that part rather difficult. Now, as for my other exes, the first husband, it took about 7 years for me to be able to speak with him without being angry. But now we can talk like it's no big deal. That's the father to my children. I feel like we can now have a conversation without there being any animosity, because you've had time. I think you need time when the relationship is over to not speak. Allow me some time to miss something, miss our conversations, miss, having somebody to share something with. But don't let it be the expectation that we're going to continue to talk on a regular basis and this is still fresh and new. So I just think in my case that is what's happening, and I need to sever those ties. Otherwise, the person or one or the other will end up just being an emotional. They will just drain you emotionally. They want to talk about their feelings and their revelations and what they think should have happened to prevent things from going the way that they've gone. But who do you talk to? Do you want to talk to the very person that disappointed you or hurt you or broke your heart or abandoned you, whatever the situation is that led to the demise of your relationship or marriage? But do you really want to talk to that person and tell them all these emotions? Hopefully you've been telling them the whole time. So why now? Why now, when the ink is almost dry, do you now want to share with me your emotions, your feelings, and thoughts? So I decided to let him know that, hey, we need to have some boundaries. We need to cease this communication that involves any of our emotions or feelings or any type of revelation that you may have had. It's still fresh and new. Maybe in a year's time we can talk about, what you discovered in hindsight, but not today. All right, so those are my thoughts today on just severing those emotional ties. We'd be interested to know what you guys think. If you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe below. Leave your comments. Let's talk about it. Have a great day.